Hello, my name is Taryn Williams, and this is my TEDx proposal for Prism, Shattering Perceptions. I want to talk about what it means to be a scholar. By definition, a scholar is a distinguished academic or a person who devotes themselves to scholarly pursuits. Okay, but what does a scholar look like? How does a scholar behave? What kind of upbringing does a scholar have? Maybe they all wear an ascot tie and speak the Queen's English and have private tutors. You can just wrap them all together in a nice little box labeled scholar. Surely we know this isn't the case, but what about those on the fringe of society? The addicts, the homeless, the incarcerated. Can they be scholars too? Society seems to believe that those who have been to prison somehow lack intellectual ability. The reverse is also present. There's a certain image that appears in our minds when we imagine a scholar. For me, it's the ridiculous ascot and the Queen's English. But why can't these two identities coexist? Better yet, why don't people believe in the possibility that the two can coexist? I'll give you a great example. It's me. Here I am, on one hand, a President Scholar, a McNair Scholar, an undergraduate researcher named CSULB Woman of the Year, who sits on more boards and committees on campus than I can even count, all while raising two small children. On the other hand, I'm a survivor of parent suicide, former foster youth, ex-heroin addict, and formerly incarcerated individual. Boom. There's your proof that it's possible, but how? Right? I mean, it sounds ridiculous even to me. We know that children under 18 who have lost a parent by suicide are 3 times more likely to die by suicide, and 97% of former foster youth will not graduate from college. Approximately 80% of recovering heroin addicts will eventually relapse, and 70% of inmates released from California prisons are incarcerated within 3 years. Yet, here I am sending in a proposal to TEDx. I want to impress upon folks that we simply can't judge someone by how they look, how they speak, or even how they've lived their entire life right into the very moment that you've met them. In fact, I might argue that we can't always believe what we think we know about ourselves. I believe that TEDxCSULB is absolutely the perfect place to discuss this. How many of our students have experienced homelessness, food insecurity, tremendous loss, foster care, drug addiction, incarceration? I'm willing to bet that the statistics are a lot higher than we'd like to imagine. I would love the opportunity to share my story and inspire these students who maybe feel like they can't overcome their past, or they don't have the support, or they just don't have hope for the future. My goal is to help change some minds, soften some hearts, and inspire folks to stop believing the lie. There are no such things as damaged people incapable of redemption and success. We are all capable of so much more than we could ever believe. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Have a great week.